In last lecture, we started Unit 5, where on permeable foundations. So we are continuing this Unit 5 again. Uh, Due to network problem, we have not continued in last lecture. So, where these are the uh, obstruction which are constructed across a river. So for the purpose of supplying water or for the purpose of irrigation, these structures are constructed. Hydraulic structures like dams, weirs, barrages, head regulators, cross drainage works, etc. These are the hydraulic structures which are constructed across a river for the purpose of storage of water, for the purpose of supplying water to particular town or city, or for irrigation purpose, for navigation purpose, or for uh, generation of the electricity. These are the hydraulic structures which are constructed across a river. These hydraulic structures may be founded on impervious solid rock foundations, or they may be constructed on a pervious foundation. So they may be constructed on the solid rock foundation, which is impervious, or it may be constructed on a pervious foundation. So whenever such structure is founded on a pervious foundation, it is subjected to seepage of water. So we are studying the permeable foundations. Whether there is a seepage of water to the foundation is there or not, that we are going to study. The seepage of water beneath the structure, in addition to all other forces, which it will be subjected when founded on an impervious rock foundation. When the structure is founded on impervious rock foundation, there is no permeability. There is no seepage of water. If structure is founded on a pervious foundation, then water will percolate through it. Seepage of water takes place. So in India, most of these hydraulic structures are required to be founded on alluvial soil foundation. So most of the hydraulic structure in India, which are founded on a alluvial soil foundation. So this is the pervious foundation which allows the seepage of water through that foundation. Most of the hydraulic structures which are founded on a pervious foundation, therefore there is a seepage. Seepage may occur through the foundation. समझला? So water seeping below the body of hydraulic structure endangers the stability of the structure and may cause its failure. When seepage occurs through the foundation or through the hydraulic structure, it may affect to the stability of the structure. Stability of the structure can affect it. Dam may overturn, or the dam may slide, or it may dam may fail by crushing, overturning, sliding. There are various types of failure that we have seen in gravity dam and earthen dam. In earthen dam, also the failure may occur due to piping or due to seepage failure, hydraulic failure that you have seen, due to piping through the body of the dam, piping through the foundation, or by direct uplift pressure. These are the causes of failure. So first type of failure is piping, that you have already seen in the earthen dam types of failures. piping, and by direct uplift. So failure by piping or undermining is the first type of failure that may occur through the foundation. When the seepage of water retains sufficient residual force at the emerging downstream end of the work. So seepage water retains sufficient residual force at the emerging downstream end of the work. On the downstream side of the that hydraulic structure, seepage may occur that may lift up the soil particle. त्यामुळे काय होईल? Seepage may occur through the foundation or through the body of the dam. त्यामुळे काय होईल? It may lift up the soil particles. Erosion of the soil may occur. Erosion takes place. That may lead to increased porosity. Porosity of the soil may increase by progressive removal of the soil from beneath the foundation. There is a progressive erosion of the soil may takes place. So due to erosion of the soil, erosion of the foundation, so what happens? The structure may ultimately subside into the hollows which are formed through the body of the dam or through the foundation. The structure may collapse. When hollows are formed within the body of the dam or within the foundation, that may lead to the failure of the structure. Dam may fail, dam may crushing failure may occur. So this is a failure by piping. Similar failure by piping or undermining. Failure may occur due to piping, continuous erosion of the soil to the foundation. The hollows are formed within the foundation and it may lead to the failure of the structure. Similar failure by piping or undermining. Second one, failure by direct uplift. Water seeping below the structure exerts an uplift pressure on the floor of the structure. So when water seeps below the structure beneath the foundation, what happens? It exerts the uplift pressure. Uplift pressure आपण calculate केलंय. In earthen dam, in a gravity dam. So when water flows below the structure at the foundation level, so it exerts the uplift pressure on the floor of the structure. When water seeps below the structure, when seepage occurs, so that is the uplift pressure. So due to which what happens, dam may overturn or overturning failure may occur, or sliding failure may occur, or crushing failure may occur. If this pressure is not counterbalanced by the weight of the concrete or masonry floor, so this uplift pressure is counterbalanced by weight of the concrete. The dam may be constructed maybe of concrete or may be constructed of masonry structure. So due to this, what happens? It will oppose the uplift pressure, weight of concrete or masonry of the dam floor. So it will counterbalance the uplift pressure. If this pressure is not counterbalanced by this weight of the concrete or masonry floor, the structure may fail by rupture. If the weight of the concrete is unable to withstand this or counterbalance the uplift pressure, then the dam structure may fail due to by overturning or by crushing or by rupture of the part of the floor. So this failure phenomenon of the hydraulic structures due to subsurface flow, these were introduced by Bly. Bly, who is the scientist We observe this failure of the hydraulic structure. The failure of the hydraulic structure may occur due to piping or due to direct uplift that was uh, introduced by Bly. Bly is the scientist or is the geotechnical uh, engineer who have carried out various experiments. On the basis of experiments and research work he is carried out after failure of the Kanki ware, which is one of the type of ware, which after failure of this Kanki ware, he have studied this causes of failure, how failure of the ware occur, that may due to failure by piping or undermining or failure by direct uplift. He observed, he carried out various experiments and research work on failure of the Kanki ware, which was designed on experience and institution without any rational theory. So this ware was designed on previous experience. So without any rational theory, this ware was constructed. After failure of this Kanki ware, you have introduced this failure of the hydraulic structures. Failure of the hydraulic structures due to subsurface flow, due to seepage of water to the foundation. They have given these two types of failures: failure by piping or undermining, or failure by direct uplift. समझला? These are the two types of failure which was introduced by Bly. From this failure phenomenon of the Bly's, he have developed his own theory. त्याला काय नाव दिलेलं आहे? Bly's creep theory for seepage flow. Based on his investigation, based on his research, he have made this theory, Bly's creep theory, based on the failure of the hydraulic structure. त्या theory ला काय नाव दिलेलं आहे? Bly's creep theory, which is important theory, which was given by Bly. Similar failure by piping or undermining and failure by direct uplift. After this Bly's creep theory for seepage flow, after this study on failure of the hydraulic structure, he has given this Bly's theory. According to Bly's theory, the percolating water follows the outline of the base of the foundation. So the percolating water, which or seepage water, which passes through the foundation, that seepage of water which follows the outline of the base of foundation is one of the assumption have made. The percolating water or seepage water, path of seepage water which follows the outline of the base of the foundation. Base of the foundation जसं आहे त्या प्रोफाईल नुसार, त्या आउटलाईन नुसार तो सीपेज वॉटर काय होईल? फ्लो होईल. Percolating water which will follow the path of that base of the foundation, profile of the foundation. So the percolating water follows the outline of the base of the foundation. The seepage may occur along the outline of the base of the foundation. This is a Bly creep diagram. These arrows which shows the seepage of water which follows the path of outline of the base of the foundation. In other words, water creeps along the bottom contour of the structure. The water creeps along the bottom contour of the structure. So the water, the percolating water which creeps along the bottom contour. The contour is formed. See this. In this diagram it is shown the seepage water is a where is shown by ash portion, the water on upstream side, the storage water. Below that foundation, percolation will occur. The seepage of water which follows the outline of the base of the foundation. The depth of the seepage water is shown D1, D2, D3. Length between that it is shown L1, L2. Total width is B. The hydraulic gradient line is shown. Bottom of the floor. Hydraulic gradient line. Head loss is shown HL. So water creeps or water percolates along the bottom contour of the structure. The length of the path traversed by the water is called the length of the creep. जेवढं ते water percolate झालेलं आहे beneath the structure, beneath the foundation, the length of path which is traversed by that water, percolating water, जे दिलेलं आहे diagram मध्ये दिले पहा इथून D1 from upstream side below the below this water level, beneath the foundation, this arrow shows percolation of water. See this path. D1 is the length, but L1 horizontal पहिल्यांदा खाली downward direction ला percolate झालेलं आहे. but वर इथे D1 depth, having depth D1, but L1 horizontal it is traversed. Again it is downward. D2, again it is upward. Again it is traversed by length L2. Again it is traversed by length D3, having depth D3. This is the length of the creep, length of the path traversed by that water. That is called length of creep. This is the length of creep. म्हणून या डायग्राम काय नाव दिलेलं आहे? Bly's creep. This is the Bly's creep theory. Length of the path that is traversed by the water, percolating water below the foundation, that is called length of creep. समजलं length of creep म्हणजे काय? The length which is traversed by that water, percolating water along the outline of the base of foundation. Okay, समजलं length of creep म्हणजे काय? Any difficulty, please ask. So further, it is assumed in this theory that loss of aid is proportional to the length of creep. Loss of aid, that is shown by HL. It is in this diagram, it is shown HL. Loss of aid or aid loss, that is proportional to the length of creep. Both are proportional. Head loss that may occur based on the length of creep. How much the length of creep is there, based on that head loss will occur. Okay, that is shown by HL. The left side is HL, HL by L into 2D1, and right side HL by L into 2D3. Okay. So this is the assumption he has made. The loss of aid is proportional to length of the creep. So the HL is the total head loss between the upstream and the downstream. The head loss between the upstream side of the weir and downstream side of the weir. And L is the length of creep. So L1, L2, it is shown. There is the length of creep. Capital L is the length of creep, and HL is the total head loss. Then the loss of head per unit creep length. The loss of head per unit creep length, that is shown by HL by L. The ratio of HL by L, head loss divided by creep length. त्याला काय म्हणायचं? Hydraulic gradient. The ratio of HL by L is known as hydraulic gradient. So Bly makes no distinction between horizontal creep and vertical creep. So there is no distinction is made between horizontal creep and vertical creep. So this HL by L is the hydraulic gradient. This diagram HL by L into 2D1 is the hydraulic gradient. HG line is the hydraulic gradient line. The मध्ये on upstream end the head loss is given HL by L into 2D1. Middle at the wear HL by L into 2D2. D2 च्या वर D3 च्या वर किती आहे head loss HL by L hydraulic gradient HL by L into 2D3. तिन्ही D1 D2 D3 च्या वर दिलेले आहेत. This is hydraulic gradient. This hydraulic gradient line is shown here. समजलं? This is hydraulic gradient line. So on upstream side, the hydraulic gradient is HL by L into 2D1. Above this D1. And at the middle, at the wear, the hydraulic gradient is HL by L into 2D2. Above this D2. Then HL by L into 2D3. Above D3 is the hydraulic gradient at D3. To consider a section as shown in figure, this is a Bly's creep diagram. So let HL be the difference of water levels between upstream and downstream ends. So this HL is the head loss. The difference of water levels which is shown between upstream and downstream ends of the wear. That is HL. So see this HL. Okay. Water will seep along the bottom contour as shown by arrows. The bottom contour it is shown. The water will seep along this path, along this bottom contour, which is shown by these arrows from D1 to D2, D3, L1, L1, L2. Okay. So this seepage occur from end A to end B. It starts from end A and emerges at B. A side कुठे आहे? Upstream side, upstream end, and B side is on downstream end. Okay. The total length of creep. The total length of creep कसं काढायचं आहे? The total length of creep that is given by this equation L. L is the total length of creep. The capital L, which is equal to D1 plus D1. Okay. The 2 times of D1. D1 double आहे. See this diagram. तर या साइड तर या साइडला 1 D1 इकडे आणि इकडच्या साइडला म्हणजे 2 आहेत. D1 फ्रॉम डाउनवर्ड and upward. Downward 1, upward 1. These are 2, upward and downward. These are the arrows. Downward arrows 1, another upward arrow. This is 2. The D1 is 2. The length of path which the seepage water traversed. The 2 times of D1. Again, this length L1. Okay. 2 D1. See this. D1 plus D1 plus L1 plus 2 times of D2. D2 परत ऍड केलेला आहे. ओके. डायग्राम मध्ये पहा D2 2 times आहे. अपवर्ड डाउनवर्ड एरो अपवर्ड एरो 2. 2 times of d2, L1 horizontal इथे घेतलेलं आहे. ओके, see this, 2 times of d1, 1 times of L1, 2 times of d2, then 1 times of L2 and 2 times of d3. Okay, see this. Okay, the equation will be d1 plus d1 plus L1 1 time plus 2 times of d2 plus 1 time L2 plus 2 times of d3. The addition of this we get 2d1 plus L1 plus L2 plus 2d2 plus 2d3. दोन्ही d1 d1 ऍड केलेलं आहे, d2 d2 ऍड केलं आहे, d3 d3 ऍड केलेलं आहे आणि L1 L2 ब्रॅकेट मध्ये टाकलेलं आहे. तर L1 प्लस L2 प्लस 2 कॉमन काढलाय इंटू ब्रॅकेट d1 प्लस d2 प्लस d3. समजलं इथपर्यंत इक्वेशन कसं राहते लेंथ ऑफ क्रीप? समजलं? समजलं का? बी प्लस L1 प्लस L2 म्हणजेच काय? सिरीज डायग्राम मध्ये दिले पहा. हे बघा, L1 प्लस L2 टोटल लेंथ, L1 प्लस L2 म्हणजेच काय? बी, टोटल लेंथ बी इथे दाखवलेलं आहे. L1 प्लस L2 इज इक्वल टू बी प्लस 2 इंटू ब्रॅकेट d1 प्लस d2 प्लस d3. L1 L2 काय ठेवलेलं आहे? L1 प्लस L2 बी. त्यावरनं हेड लॉस पर युनिट लेंथ और हायड्रोलिक ग्रेडियंट विच इज शोन बाय एल ची व्हॅल्यू इथे ठेवायचे आहे. हायड्रोलिक ग्रेडियंट म्हणजेच काय? इट इज द रेशो ऑफ HL बाय L. HL बाय L, L ची जागी काय ठेवायचं आहे? दिस इक्वेशन B प्लस 2 इंटू ब्रॅकेट d1 प्लस d2 प्लस d3. ओके, समजलं? एल ची व्हॅल्यू ते या इक्वेशन मध्ये ठेवायचं आहे हायड्रोलिक ग्रेडियंट मध्ये, हेड लॉस पर युनिट लेंथ. ओके, the L will be this equation B plus 2 into bracket d1 plus d2 plus d3 ते इथे या इक्वेशन मध्ये ठेवले इथे. ओके, that is HL by L, that is the head loss per unit length or hydraulic gradient. समजलं? Any difficulty? The head loss which is equal to HL by L into 2d1 into HL by L into 2d2 into HL by L into 2d3. The total head loss which is shown that occur in planes of 3 vertical cutoffs. This head loss will occur in planes of 3 vertical cutoffs. समझला? The hydraulic gradient line, HG line, that can be drawn, that is shown in this diagram. The hydraulic gradient line is दाखवले पाए various hydraulic gradient. These are the 3 hydraulic gradients on upstream side, at the middle and at the downstream end. HL by L into 2d1 into HL by L into 2d2 and HL by L into 2d3. That is shown here. इथे दाखवले पहा hydraulic gradient. This is the HL by L into 2d1. This is the hydraulic gradient at the where HL by L into 2d2. What is d2? Then hydraulic gradient at downstream end HL by L into 2d3. Okay, which is connected by this hydraulic gradient line. Okay, this is the hydraulic gradient line. समझला का? How this hydraulic gradient line is drawn? is drawn from this hydraulic gradients. Okay. समझलं? Any difficulty? Please ask. समजलं का हेड लॉस कसं काढलंय? समजलं का इथपर्यंत? This is the Bly's creep theory. The total length of creep is calculated by this length is equal to d plus 2 into d1 plus d2 plus d3. From this, that length of creep we have calculated. We have put this value of length of creep in this head loss per unit length or hydraulic gradient, that is HL by L is equal to HL by B plus 2 into d1 plus d2 plus d3. Our total head loss will be equal to HL by L into 2d1 into HL by L into 2d2 into HL by L into 2d3. This is the head loss that occur in planes of 3 vertical cutoffs. 3 vertical cutoffs d1, d2, d3. There are 3 vertical cutoffs, and from this head loss, the hydraulic gradient line is drawn in this diagram. It is shown here, hydraulic gradient line. Okay. The safety against piping or undermining. We have seen the failure due to piping or undermining, and failure due to uptake pressure. How to ensure the safety against the piping, to avoid the piping failure or to avoid the failure due to direct uplift pressure. So how the safety is ensured? The safety against piping or undermining. So undermining means the erosion of the soil, that is similar to piping. Undermining the erosion of the soil. The failure of the foundation that may occur due to erosion or piping. Continuous erosion of the soil due to seepage water. समझला? Undermining and piping both are same. That is erosion of the soil due to seepage of water. So Mahesh Salunke has the meaning of the undermining. So undermining means the erosion of the soil or the piping, both are similar. The erosion of the soil through the foundation or through the body of the dam. So due to which what happens? The hollows are formed within the foundation. Okay, due to formation of the hollows. So what happens? The dam may fail by rupture or by crushing. समझ लगा? Difficulty? So according to Bly, the safety against piping can be ensured by providing sufficient creep length. The safety against piping कसं ensure केले जाईल? By providing the sufficient creep length. Creep length provide करायचं. That length is given by L is equal to C into HL. By providing this sufficient creep length, we can ensure the safety of the wear against piping. So that length is calculated by this equation. L is equal to क्या है? L is equal to C into HL. यामध्ये HL म्हणजे काय? तर आपण पाहिले HL is the head loss. Here is the total length of creep length. C म्हणजे काय? It is given Bly's coefficient for soil. Bly's coefficient है C. Capital C is the Bly's coefficient for the soil. So different values of C for different types of soil which are tabulated in this table. For various values of this C, Bly's coefficient, there are for different types of soil, these different values of the Bly's coefficients are given. That is shown in this table. दिसते का? The values of the Bly's shape hydraulic gradient for different types of soil. The type of soil is given for first fine micaceous sand, as in North Indian rivers. This type of soil that may occur. Type of soil: fine micaceous sand. So for that, value of C is 15. Value of C for fine micaceous sand कितनी है? 15. Shape hydraulic gradient should be less than 1 by 15. Hydraulic gradient should be less than 1 by 15. So this type of soil that may occur, that may find in the region North Indian rivers. Fine micaceous sand having Bly's coefficient कितनी है? 15. Value of C is 15. Then for coarse grain sand that we find in Central and South Indian rivers, having value of C कितनी है? 12 for coarse grain sand, and shape hydraulic gradient should be less than 1 by 12. In third, for sand mixed with boulder and gravel, and for loam soil. For this type of soil, having value of C is 5 to 9, in between 5 to 9, and shape hydraulic gradient should be less than 1 by 5 to 1 by 9, in between this 1 by 5 to 1 by 9. And fourth one is light sand and mud. The value of C for this 8, and value of shape hydraulic gradient should be less than 1 by 8. These are the various values of the Bly's shape hydraulic gradient.